Mike Vick?
Yes.
Very accurate and ran real well. It was 8 for 8 until he threw the Hail Mary at the end of the first half. So I thought Mike was, again, in 2 weeks in a row, I thought he's made very, very good decisions. I think he can put the ball on people, and obviously he's a weapon when he takes off the mountains.
What was he looking for from the defense on that McCoy touchdown? It looked like he motioned Cooper to the one side. Can you explain what he was doing there before the snap?
Yeah, we just called motion, and we could have read it and handed it off. He made a good decision and handed it off, and then him and Cooper carried out their fake on the backside.
Who's your defense?
They were better than they were a week ago. So I think it's. I thought they tackled better. I thought they did a better job of keeping gap integrity on the defensive side of the ball, making the ball go where we wanted to. I thought we got to the quarterback a little bit, which was pretty good. Didn't let him get comfortable back there. So again, I was pleased with him, but I think I'll always be pleased in games like this. But you're never going to be satisfied. I think we can always play better. So.
Did you dial up some pressures from Michael Hendricks because you thought you had it, you've seen him do it before, or just because you're trying to?
Nah, I think it's just a play call. I don't think Billy's getting specific right now in terms of who's in there. I think you saw Acho make a couple plays. I think it may have been on the same type of blitz. That's just kind of what they were featuring against Carolina. So, depending on who was in, but I think Billy. I don't think you can ask Billy specifically. But I don't think he's game planning that we need to get this guy. I think a lot of it's by formation and then who's coming and who's not coming.
I think you feel like you saw something there with Kendrick be able to shoot Gavin and also cover a little bit.
Yeah, and I've seen that since we started with him. I mean, he's a very, very athletic linebacker. He's arguably our most athletic linebacker. I think he does possess the ability to blitz a quarterback, but he may be our best cover linebacker. So that's kind of always a quandary for you. Do you want to bring him and create pressure, or does he? Do you bring the other guys and leave him in coverage? But I think his ability to do both, that versatility is going to be key for us.
You were 20 ACLs now. You mentioned before that you were looking at the first 3. I know this one happened throughout the year, but do you have any further concern about that going forward?
Yeah, you're always concerned with injuries, and I think when it seems to be the same one, I think you got to look at it. And I know they are looking at it, but I don't have anything specific to visit with you on. But I mean, anytime it's the same injury, you got to take a look at it and see if there's some way where we can, can we provide it? If we can provide it, or if it's something to do, then obviously we'll look at it. But we are looking at it.
You had 4 tight ends in that one fight. Had you done that before, and what kind of?
We've done it in practice. This is the first time we've done it in a game. So.
What kind of were you looking for? I guess.
What's that?
What were you kind of looking for?
You just look and see how the defense tries to match up to you. When you put different personnel groupings on the field. We had 4 receivers at times on the field also. So I think, that's the one thing. I think when people asked us about when we drafted Zach, how were you going to play 3 tight ends? And I think when you add Clay Harbor to the mix, I thought Curry played really well today. I think we've got a couple tight ends that we can deploy. So again, it's a matchup game at this level, and sometimes you can put defenses in some binds and some of the things you can do. So I think it speaks to the versatility we have at the tight end position.
In terms of special teams, how happy are you now with the return game? It seems like
I think it's just like the defense. I think we're pleased, but we're never satisfied. I think we continue to work, but I think our players, have really adapted to fit our system, and they got a really good understanding of what to do. I think we downed another punt. Russell Shepard made a great play on kick cover one day. Damaris had a good punt return. Brandon Boykin had a good kickoff return. So, we work at it a lot. You guys that have been in practice will tell you that. But I think it's paying dividends for us so far in the first 2 games.
Okay, let's see how Matt Barkley compared to where he was a week ago.
I thought Matt makes very quick decisions. I think the ball's out, and he did a really good job again moving the football team. I think sometimes it's tough to evaluate the quarterback when it's not his fault that we line up in an illegal formation or someone's jumping off sides and putting us behind in the count. But I thought again Matt moved us, throws an accurate ball, throws a catchable ball, and he's a really good decision maker.
In this week of practice, could you give one quarterback more snaps than the other, but still call it an open competition?
I could, yes.
I mean, do you plan to, or do you think that's something?
I never thought of it until you just asked the question. Could I do that? Yeah, we could.
Will you? I mean,
I'll think about it when I go in, because you just mentioned it. So.
In terms of rotating the D-line,
Yeah.
rotating the special time, is that for evaluation purposes? Is that how you want to play?
It depends on the situation. I think sometimes when the drives get a little bit longer, because of the talent level with some of those other guys, it's there's not a big drop off. Is it a tired Soap and Sid and Fletcher, or a full of energy Square and Benny Logan and whatnot? I think the ability to have 6 guys and 7 guys that can rotate through there, I think makes you better, because they're not rotating offensive linemen. So if you can keep bringing some waves at them, I think in the long haul, it's going to pay off, because it also makes, Fletch and Sed and Soap and those guys fresher in the fourth quarter, because we've given them some blows early in the game. Instead of saying when the fourth quarter comes around, boy, they're really tired, we need to get the other guys in the game. I think, it kind of gets them in a rhythm. So, part of it was from an evaluation standpoint, because you don't know when guys are only playing in the first and second quarter how many snaps they're going to get, and we want to make sure we get them on tape. But also, I think in the long run, it's going to pay off. And when you have that type of depth, you use it. If you don't have a quality guy at the 2 spot, so to speak, it's tough to have that kind of mindset in terms of let's rotate these guys. But I think we do have some guys there. Those young guys are really pushing for playing time. So I think that depth's going to make us better in the long haul. So.
Have you
Take 2 more
determined how
guys,
you're
2
gonna-
more.
Have you determined how you're going to handle the final preseason game in terms of 1s and 2s, or next week what you learn be sort of dependent on that?
Yeah, we haven't got to the last game yet. Obviously there's some
I
thought process of that. We're going to kind of finalize our plan over the next couple of days for what our plan is going into the Jacksonville game. Obviously, our 1s and 2s still need a lot of work. So we by no means arrived. So we'll get that extensively in the Jacksonville game, and then we'll see what we're going to do when we get to the Jets game. So.
Who starts at quarterback?
I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Sorry.